Tribhuvandas Bhimji Zaveri, which is primarily engaged in designing, manufacturing and selling of gold and diamond-studded jewelry, is entering the capital markets with an IPO of 2,100 million, primarily to fund its expansion plan of setting up large format retail stores and also to finance its working capital requirements. The company has two manufacturing facilities located at Kandivali in Mumbai. Now, having read through the RHP of this particular company, what we can see is that the company has cash of around 205 million on its book, and its net worth also consists of profit and loss account, which stands at 1,604 million as on period ended 31st September 2011. So what is not clear is that when it has so much of cash on its books, why is it that the company is raising funds to take forward its expansion plan as well as to meet its working capital requirement. What is very prominent from this fact is that over 80% of the issue proceeds have been earmarked to finance its working capital requirements. So it's fairly clear that the prime object of this particular issue is to finance working capital requirements. Now, another aspect of this particular IPO is that it operates in a highly competitive segment where there are listed peers like Titan, Gitanjali, Gems, Shrenuj Jewelry, and also in the unlisted players there are many unorganized large store players like Notandas and Popli Sons in Mumbai, whereas Joyalukkas in the southern Indian states. Coming to the revenues have grown at 35% year on year from FY10 to FY11, and in 9-month FY12 they have almost near to the FY11 mark of 1,120 million. So primarily the growth has been due to the rise in gold prices which have been witnessed during the current year, as well as due to increased sales of diamond-studded jewelries which are high value in nature. Another aspect of this particular IPO is that it has high inventories on its books, as well as the short-term borrowings stand at over 2,100 million, which is a little, which needs to be monitored, because the secured loans or the long-term loans for this company are fairly less as against these short-term borrowings, which are again floating. Which are based on the floating interest rates. So any rise or fall in the interest rates are going to significantly impact its bottom line performance. Whereas in terms of valuation, the company is demanding a PE of around 10.7, its FY13 EPS estimates, whereas listed peers like Gitanjali Gems are trading at much lower valuation, PE valuation like 8, and Titan, which is a much diversified and bigger player, is quoting around 26 times its FY13 estimates. Overall, the issue looks good. It has a sound business model, but with certain negatives like the inventory days, the expansion plan, which is quite aggressive, need to be monitored and kept track of over a period. However, for flippers, it would be prudent to invest for listing gains if there are any, while investors may wait and watch and pouch the stock post listing.